in the backfield, back in the saddle from when I last talked to you in the Miles game, and the Hornets trying to get a quick start here. Twin receivers to the right, ball in the left hash with a single receiver to the far Prairie View boundary. Snap to Davis. Give to the running back here on the near side. That's Ja'Cory Merritt. He rumbles forward for a gain of 3. That'll take him to the 28-yard line. It will be 2nd down and 7 for the Hornets. In on the stop, number 99, Dante Carter, one of the men there. Looks like a linebacker there as well. Number 9, Keyshawn Johnson, not to be confused with the outstanding former Tampa Bay Buccaneers wideout. Davis in the shotgun, one tight end in left of the formation. Play action pass. Davis drives it to the slant. Pass is complete up over the 35 to Jeremiah Hickson. And that's a 1st down Hornets. Ball spotted at the 35-yard line. So 1st and 10, Alabama State. So 1st down and 10 for Alabama State. Ball at the 35-yard line. Single receiver left. One man here to the right. A tight end and 2 men in the backfield. Now Hickson goes in motion. Davis ready to receive the snap. Play action pass again. Davis fades here to the near side. Fires to Hickson. Complete to Hickson, who double taps the feet. And he's out just shy of midfield. Actually, they say he tapped the feet at the 46-yard line. So it'll be another 1st down and 10 for Alabama State. 1st down and 10 from the 46-yard line of the Hornets, as Davis had a man in his face and completed it here to the near side. So the ball sets up. 1st down and 10 for Alabama State. 2nd consecutive 1st down. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Ball in the right hash now for Davis with Ja'Cory Merritt to his left. This time a fake give to Merritt. Up the gut again to a slanting Hickson, who hauls it in. A diving catch. And Jeremiah Hickson with back-to-back catches and back-to-back 1st downs here tonight. So another 1st down as Davis and the Hornets moving quickly. 2 receivers left as Merritt takes a handoff left. He's got some space over the 30, inside the 30 to the 27-yard line, where he will be stopped, but not before the 3rd consecutive 1st down on 3 straight plays. Hickson for 7 yards, Hickson for 11, Hickson for 16, and Ja'Cory Merritt rushing for a 1st down there. There's a play action pass again, and Hickson is drilled. Passes incomplete, in and out of the hands of Jeremiah Hickson. Travion Green, the linebacker, flew out to make the tackle from his defensive back position, or from his linebacker position, What a hit put on there. We have a stoppage of play by the referees. Not sure if the game clock is going or what. .12:31, they say, on the game clock. Not sure why our crowd mic's not working. We'll have to get on that. So Alabama State, 2nd down and 10 from the Prairie View 27. Twins right, ball in the middle of the field. 1 single receiver to the Panthers boundary, to the left of the formation. Give to Merritt around right edge again, and this time he is stonewalled by a diving tackler, Tariq Mulmore, number 33, the free safety. Makes a nice play there, but not before Merritt is able to pick up 4. It'll bring up 3rd down and medium, 3rd down and 6. Couple of personnel changes in for the Hornets and the Panthers defensively, and now Prairie View A&M running 7 different players out onto the field. So a line change for Prairie View A&M as Davis is trying to get assigned quickly for Alabama State. They'll go ball with the right hash, 2 receivers left, split wide, 2 receivers to the near side, bunched up. Man in motion across the face of Davis. He steps up, pressure in his face, and down he goes. Sack for Prairie View A&M, number 58, Desmond Obey, the defensive lineman, comes off the edge and makes a stop. And so that will send Alabama State marching backwards on 3rd down It'll bring up 4th down, and it brings up the place kicker, Nathaniel Eichner, the 5'8", 141-pound freshman from Trinity, Florida, and East Lake High School will trot out for Alabama State to try a field goal. Ball being set down at the 35. The left leg lets it fly. 45-yard field goal, and it is no good, just short. So Eichner unable to come up with the very long field goal there after the sack by Prairie View A&M. And so the defense will trot out there for Alabama State. 11:01 to play in the first quarter. Still no score, and out comes Prairie View A&M, the Panthers offensively, getting their first crack at it. The Panthers, who have 28 first quarter points to their credit this year, come out of the shotgun, hand off to the back up the middle, and a great gain up over the 40, a gain of 12 and a first down for the tailback for Prairie View A&M. That is number 5, Ahmad Antoine. So Antoine picks up 12. It's a first down for the Panthers. 1st and 10, Prairie View left to right on your radio dial. Ball at the 41-yard line. Twin receivers here to the near side. A tight end and a wide receiver to the far side. Fakes a motion there. Quarterback fades back, puts it up for grabs, and it is caught up into Alabama State territory. That is number 6, Jaquan Bloomfield. As Trayvon Connolly, the quarterback, made a great read there with pressure in his face, just lofted it up. And it's first down and 10, Prairie View. 3 receivers now to the right with the ball on the left hash. Conley fades. He fires. It's incomplete, in and out of the hands of that's the running back this time, Antoine, and who was there to make the stick. That was DeMorez Bellamy on the stop. Great job by Bellamy to break that one up. 2nd down and 10. Ball at the Alabama State 46. Connolly in the shotgun with a running back to his right and his left. Here's a give right up the middle to the running back, up over the 35 to the 30, inside the 25, and that's where he's rung out of bounds. It's Jaden Stewart, the running back, number 1, and he picks up a big gain there as the ball gets inside, deeper inside Alabama State territory, inside the 25, where it comes to rest at the 23-yard line. So first down and 10 for the Panthers, moving the ball right down the field. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Ball on the near side hash. Conley with 2 backs in the backfield again. This time the man goes in motion. The give right up the gut, nowhere to go as the middle of the Alabama State defense swarms. Number 1, Colton Adams, the linebacker, helping lead the way. Gain of 3 yards, call it. It'll be 2nd down and 7. New running back in the contest for Prairie View A&M, Christian Mosley. 2 receivers right for Connolly. The give to Mosley this time, and he is slammed barely past the line of scrimmage by Urshad Davis, the defensive back. Davis makes the play. He stops him 3 yards short of a first down. It'll be 3rd down and 3. 3rd and 3 for the Panthers. They'll send 3 receivers to the Prairie View A&M boundary. Ball on the near side hash. Inside the red zone at the Alabama State 16-yard line. Connolly, the quarterback, 6 yards deep. Here's the snap. He fades back under pressure. Keeps it himself. Cuts at the 10, the 5. Connolly to the goal line, and he is in. Touchdown, Prairie View A&M. So the Panthers do what the Hornets were unable to do on offensive possession number 1, and that's stick it in the end zone. On a broken play, the quarterback, Connolly, able to roll out to his right, find some room, and the graduate student from Dallas, Texas, is able to put Prairie View into the touchdown column with 6 points. Luis Reyes, the kicker, comes on to try the extra point. 6-0 Panthers. Snap on the way, hold good, kick is up and true for Reyes, and that makes it 7-0 in favor of Prairie View A&M. $8:14 to go in quarter number one. 7-0 Prairie View. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. Back in a moment on the Hornets Sports Network.
The Prairie View A&M University Panthers jump out on front. Trayvon Conley with the touchdown run as the Panthers take an early 7-0 lead. 8:14 here in the first quarter play. You listen to the Open Mic broadcast, simulcast of Prairie View football as they're on the road at Montgomery, Alabama. I want to remind you guys that you can join us with the after party as soon as this game is concluded. 15 minutes at the end of the game, we will come with the after party. We'll recap and talk about everything that's been going on. Earlier game scores, Mississippi Valley falls to Jackson State 49-7. The Grambling State Tigers fall to the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats by the score of 36-19. Right now the score is 7-0. Prairie View on top, on the road. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Don't forget you can join us each and every day for the Mike Prince Show. If you miss it live, you can also go to the YouTube channel at Open Mic Broadcast Network. That's Open Mic Broadcast Network. Hit that subscribe button and never miss anything. Back to the game.
Quarter number one, the visiting Panthers of Prairie View A&M on top of this one, 7-0. Alabama State trying to bounce back here on this offensive possession, their second of the game. Davis, the quarterback, and the Hornets in the all-black jerseys move left to right on your radio dial. Davis takes the snap. Now he steps up in the face of pressure. Rolling, now spins here to the near side, looking down the field, trying to find somebody, and ultimately throws it away. Davis dancing around in the backfield under early pressure with number 99, Dante Carter, the defensive tackle getting through the line of scrimmage. Davis just throws it harmlessly out of bounds, where he lives to fight another day and brings up 2nd down and 10 at the Hornets' 32-yard line. $7:54 to go in this first quarter. Panthers lead 7-0. Stack of three receivers on the left side. The give is to McMinn around left edge, and going nowhere is McMinn, and that's number 3, Logan Jackson, the cornerback, in on the stop behind the line of scrimmage. I think I misidentified Jackson. Or is it a 2? He's got his jersey bunched up, and I can't tell. I actually think it's a 2, Jesse Evans, in on the stop. So we'll credit Evans with the tackle. We'll also call it 5 yards. It's 3rd down and 15 yards to go. Hornets need the 42-yard line for a first down. Snap to Davis. Davis again, pressure in his face. This time he'll keep it himself. Gets over the 35, collides with his own man there, Santo Dunn, and makes the 40. So it's a gain of 13 yards, but there is a penalty flag in the backfield. It's a holding penalty on Alabama State. Prairie View A&M will, they decline it. So it'll be a 4th down and 2, and here comes the punting unit for head coach Eddie Robinson, Jr. So on to punt for the Hornets is number 39, Aubrey Grace, the Montgomery, Alabama, and Pike Road High School product. Grace, the lefty out there to punt for the Hornets. Hornets go 3 and out after the penalty is declined. Grace gets away a good punt, drives inside the 30, takes a Hornets hop, and inside the 15. Look at that, a great punt by Grace. He gets a great hop. It's down by number 6, Rodney Eccles Jr., and that's where Prairie View A&M takes over. They're inside their own 15 are the Hornets, or the Panthers, rather, excuse me. First down and 10 for the Panthers. This will be from the 14-yard line. The Panthers coming in 1-2 overall in this contest, scoring 22.3 points a game. The Prairie View Panthers rushing for 220-plus yards per game. It's been a feature early on for them. Conley, the quarterback, already has a rushing touchdown. Here's the snap to Conley. The give right up the gut, nowhere to go. The Hornets swarm in the middle. Who's that? It's number 9, Brandon Gaddy. Colton Adams is there as well, but Gaddy was the first man to get there and march the Panthers backwards for maybe a loss of a yard. Looks like they ultimately spot him at the line of scrimmage, 2nd down and 10, but a great push by Gaddy in the middle for the Hornets. New running back comes into the contest. Connor Wisham, the running back. Wisham and Connolly, the quarterback, talking in the backfield. And now we have I believe, timeout for Prairie View it is. Timeout on the field. Prairie View was having trouble getting set up. 5:50 to go in quarter number 1. Panthers lead 7-0. We'll take it right along with them. Back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Alabama State football on the Hornets Sports Network.
The submissions are in, the judges have voted, and the winners of the inaugural Jazz Music Awards will be revealed on Saturday, October 22nd at the Cobb Energy Performing Arts Center in Atlanta. It's the Jazz Show of the Year, the Jazz Music Awards, featuring the year's best jazz nominees. Christian McBride, Ryan Culberson, Ben Tankard, Norman Brown, Kenny Garrett, and more. Performances from Diane Reeves, Dee Dee Bridgewater, Lindsey Webster. Special tributes to honorees Wayne Shorter and McCoy Tyner, all under the musical direction of Terry Lynn Carrington, celebrating the spirit of jazz. Jazz's biggest night comes to Atlanta, the Jazz Music Awards. Saturday, October 22nd at the Cobb Energy Center. Need more information or tickets? Log on to jazzmusicawards.com.
Prairie View, a rush by Wisham around the right side, but nowhere to go. Stonewalled by number 7, Jeffrey Scott Jr., and it brings up a 3rd down and long. 3rd down and 10. Prairie View, 2 consecutive plays going nowhere. Trips to the left, twins to the right. Conley an empty backfield. Ball at the right hash. Snap to him. Conley steps up, gets over the 15, and then he's smashed down from behind. Who is that, Demarez Bellamy? Here on the near side, or there's Shad Davis. That's Davis. Actually, no, it was Bellamy, number 8. The 8 and a 0, hard to spy with those jerseys rolled up. But it was number 8, Demarez Bellamy. He makes the stop. The quarterback, Connolly, maybe gained 3 or 4 yards, but here comes the punting unit for the Panthers as Alabama State forces Prairie View A&M to punt for the first time today. Caleb Darbone, the punter, and man, Alabama State almost blocked that one. High, wobbly punt, fielded at the 39-yard line where McMinn calls for a fair catch, and that's where the Hornets will start with the football. 3rd offensive possession for Alabama State. First down and 10, it's at the 39-yard line. 4:13 to go in quarter number 1. 7-0 Panthers. Davis and the Hornets trying to find a groove here on this offensive possession. Davis in the shotgun. Merritt to his left. Dunn to his right. 2 receivers to the left. The handoff Merritt. He bounces and finds some room around the left side. 45 out near midfield before he's tripped up. Doing so on the play, Tariq Mulmore, the DB, but not before a gain of 9. And a 2nd down and short for this Hornets offense from the left hash. Ball at the Alabama State 48. Need a yard to tack on another first down. Snap to Davis again. Play action fake this time. The pass into the flat. Hauled in and into Prairie View A&M territory. Levante Chenault. First down and 10 Hornets. Chenault with the catch and into Prairie View A&M territory. First down, Hornets. One of the big things for this Alabama State offense is how the quarterbacks have spread the ball around. More on that after this play with two receivers to the right, one to the left for Davis. Ball on the left hash, pushing the far side of the field. Snap goes to Davis. Play action fake to Merritt. Fired to Dunn here in the near side boundary. It's off his hands, incomplete. Coming into today's action, we just mentioned the ability of Davis and Miles Crawley to spread the football around. Those guys have combined for 49 completions, and they've done so to 15 different receivers. So a different guy catching the football for Alabama State, when you work the math out, almost one every 3 times. Alabama State offensively, in terms of the pass catchers, has been very balanced. 3 receivers in the pattern, 2 here to the near side with the ball on the left hash. Tight end in for Davis. Davis gives to Merritt. He has room, 35-30. Merritt inside the 25 where he rumbles down. He's blocked down from behind by Stacy Brown, but not before another Alabama State first down. The 6th ASU first down of this game. And here's the give to Merritt around the right side. He's trying to find room. He gets the 20 before he's brought down. Tackled from behind by a pack of Panthers, but Merritt gaining 5. It brings up 2nd and 5. Second down and 5 yards to go, 2:19 and ticking on the game clock. Hornets down 7-0, but looking for a tying score here in this first quarter. Davis in the shotgun has a single man to his left, the wide side of the field. Merritt to the right of Davis. Play action fake again. Davis steps up, fired home to Chenault. He's in. Touchdown, Hornets. An extra point away from tying the game. Davis with a great find to number 5, Levante Chenault. And the Hornets are on the board with the touchdown with 1:57 left in this first quarter. A great find by Davis. Chenault was running all by his lonesome. And Alabama State just one tick away for Eichner at tying the game with less than 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Nathaniel Eichner, the lefty, on to try to tie this game up. Snap good, hold good, and it's blocked. So Prairie View A&M stays in front 7-6 with 1:57 to go in this first quarter, but Alabama State's on the board. Less than 2 minutes to go in the quarter. We'll take a 60-second timeout. Alabama State trailing 7-6 here on the Hornets Sports Network.
And, ladies and gentlemen, the Panthers special teams come through yet again. The block PAT attempt, and the Panthers hold on to a 7-6 lead. You're listening to the simulcast broadcast of Panthers football on the road in Montgomery, Alabama. Mike Prince here with you from the Open Mic Broadcast Network. I want to remind you guys that you can join us for the 1876 after party at the conclusion of today's contest, 15 minutes at the conclusion of the game. You can join us at obnradio.com. We want to thank the Panther backers for helping us get this broadcast through on today. Dino Robinson and Company, they have an annual golf tournament in the first weekend of May. Super fundraiser to help support Prairie View Athletics, that they've been doing since 1995. If you want to be a part of the Panther backers, give Dino Robinson a call at 713-417-2090. Now back to Panthers football.
And the Panthers field it at the 15. Ball is brought out by number 29, Bernard Goodwater III, and he brings it out to, where do they finally settle him up? There's also a penalty flag out on the field as there's a man down on the turf. So a lot to sort out here as the Hornets trail 7-6 with 1:51 to go in this opening quarter of action. So after the play, unnecessary roughness on the Panthers will be a 15-yard penalty, and that is going to be after the injured man comes off the field. That is number 17, Daniel Troutman, the defensive back, who's favoring his left leg as he strides to the sideline under his own power, which is a good sign, but Troutman visibly shaken up there. So it'll be first down and 10 for the Panthers, 1:51 to go in the first quarter, and it's from Prairie View A&M's 15-yard line. The Panthers spread it out. 3 receivers right, 2 to the left. A give around the right edge to the running back. That's number 5, number 5, Ahmad Antoine, and he finds 6 yards to bring up second down and 4, getting to the 21-yard line. So second down and 4 for the Panthers. Clock rolling, 1:23 to go in the quarter. Conley, the give. The running back around the right side, and will he make the first down? It is close. The running back, Jaden Stewart, on the play. Prairie View A&M team, we mentioned it, rushing for 220 yards per game. In 2 games played as of last week, Conley had thrown for just 200 yards combined. Prairie View A&M offensively, just over 100 yards per game passing. They do the lion's share of their work on the ground. It's Antoine, Conley, the quarterback, Stewart, number 1, the 3 main cogs of this rushing offense. As there's a handoff up the middle to the 29-yard line, the Panthers roll to a first down. That was the ball carrier, Jaden Stewart, the running back there. So Stewart on the rush for Prairie View, first down and 10. And now we have the stoppage on the field, and I think Prairie View is just calling it a quarter. They are. So Prairie View A&M will not run a play, as that's the final play of the first quarter. On to the second quarter we go here from ASU Stadium in Montgomery, Alabama. Prairie View A&M 12, Alabama State 6. Let's go to the second quarter. Back in 60 seconds on the Hornets Sports Network.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the Prairie View Panthers football broadcast from Montgomery, Alabama. Panthers up 7-6 is the score we have. You just announced that it was 12-6. I wouldn't mind if it was 12-6, and maybe I missed something, but we'll see. Panthers given a strong dose of running here in this first quarter play, which is expected. Panthers averaging over 200 yards rushing per contest. But the Panthers with a first quarter lead 7-6 on the road. I want to remind you guys that you can join us with the 1876 after party here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Simply go to the website, obnradio.com. Click on the Mike Prince Show, and you'll catch us live 15 minutes at the conclusion of tonight's game. Panthers on top 7-6. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of student athletics. And now back to Panthers football.
Another rush by Stewart around the right side as we come back from break. On to the second quarter we move. It was a loss of a yard as the Hornets able to swarm to Stewart around the right side of the offensive line. So it'll be second down and 11 for the Panthers, who run on a couple of fresh running backs. They'll send 3 receivers to the left. There's a single man in the backfield with Conley, the quarterback. Conley back to pass. And it's complete to number 29, Bernard Goodwater III. So a wheel route out of the backfield for Goodwater, number 29. 7-6, Prairie View A&M on top here in this one. Alabama State able to get the tying touchdown, but the extra point blocked. Here comes Prairie View A&M quickly again. Ball is at exactly midfield. Conley rolls left, pass complete, and brought down in the left flat is the receiver, Chris Herron, as the Alabama State University communications staff, Justin Mordecai, bringing us a first quarter stat sheet. Many thanks to Justin, he and Fred Sinkton and all the comms folks, Daniel Quizon and company here at Alabama State do a fine job. Fred and I go back to our Delta State University days, so thanks, Fred, for the opportunity to come over today and do some radio. Pass by Connolly, hauled in again, and again it's Herron up the far sideline. Or was it Herron? I think that was actually number 88, Donovan White, up the far sideline to the Alabama State 22. First down and 10 for the Panthers. Two receivers here on the near side. Connolly doing it through the air. The running back Antoine in for Prairie View A&M. 12:44 to go on a ticking second quarter timer. 7-6 Panthers, who are knocking on the door of the red zone, and in flies the penalty flag there. I would think that's a false start, and it is. So a 5-yard penalty will be assessed against the Panthers. And so it'll be a replay of a first down, and it moves to a first down and 15 for Prairie View A&M. Backs up Conley and the offense. In the first quarter, Conley 2 for 3 for 13 yards, but Conley now up to 63 yards on 5 of 6 completions. He's 3 for his last 3 on this drive. Conley again fades back to pass, steps up, and he's brought down from behind. Great tackle. Andrew Ogletree gets to his shoestrings and trips him up for a loss of 3 yards on the play. Ogletree able to bring down the ball carrier to set up second down and long. Ball back to the 28-yard line for Prairie View A&M. 3 receivers here to the near side. Ball on the far hash for Conley. A little bit uncharacteristic of this Prairie View A&M offense. Conley airing it out on this drive. 11:38 to go, second quarter. Conley trying to set up a screen. The Hornets read it, and he'll just throw it away to Antoine. The Alabama State defensive line, Ogletree was there, Gaddy was there as well. They read what was happening in front of them and were able to slow up and stand up, and that crowded the path of the running back, Ahmad Antoine, who was trying to leak out and be the pass catcher on the screen. So now third down and long. Prairie View A&M stalling after the false start penalty. Third and long. 3rd and 17 yards to go. Prairie View A&M needs the Alabama State 12. Conley receives it, rolls to the left. Pass is complete to the far boundary for about 7 yards to the wide receiver, but that is it, as the wide receiver, Nevin Cooper, able to haul it in, but he only makes the 21-yard line to be 4th down and 9. And in comes the field goal unit for Prairie View A&M. Reyes, the kicker, in to try a 38-yard field goal. Ball to be set down at the 28. Snap good, hold good, kick on the way, and Reyes, he missed it left. No good from 38 yards for Reyes. And that is where Alabama State University takes over. First down and 10 for the Hornets. So a missed opportunity for the Panthers as a man goes down on the field, and athletic training staff will help him off. Young man visibly in some pain. Number 21, Trey Phillips. Defensive back grabbing up around his neck, so hopefully Phillips is all right. But a missed field goal by Prairie View A&M there. Alabama State's got to take advantage of it. Davis in the offense trotting back out for head coach Eddie Robinson and the Hornets. Alabama State trailing 7-6, 10:43 to go here in this second quarter of play. Two receivers stacked up to the far side of the field. Davis, snap goes to him, the give to Santo Dunn. Dunn, 25-30. Dunn to the 35. He's drugged down from behind, but another Alabama State first down. Tackle made by Mulmore from behind, but the 8th first down of the first half for Alabama State has the offense moving in the right direction. Ball at the Alabama State 38-yard line, first down and 10. Twins right for Davis now, a fullback in. Santo Dunn, the running back in the backfield. Snap to the chest of Davis. Play action fake. Pass up the middle and hauled in, complete into Prairie View A&M territory. Darius Edmonds on the catch, and Alabama State another first down, the 9th of the first half. Alabama State's moved the ball well, but just 6 points to show for it. Here comes Davis and the Hornets again quickly. First and 10 from the Prairie View 46. Pass complete to the near side, Chenault. Catch 40, 35, and that's where he's run out of bounds at the 30-yard line. So Levante Chenault with the pass catch and run to the 30-yard line. Alabama State moving the ball right down the field. First down and 10 at the 30 of the Panthers. Two receivers to the wide right side of the field. Snap to Davis. Puts it in the gut of Dunn. Dunn inside the 27-yard line, and that's in fact where he is stopped. Big man in the middle for Prairie View A&M, number 99, Dante Carter. So Carter in on the stop, but not before a gain of about 3 yards to make it second down and 7. Davis again, same formation, one man here to the near side, two split wide. Fake there for Davis, fires it out to the fullback in the flat, who leaps over the 20-yard line and down inside the 20 to the 16, where it's first down and 10. The pass complete to number 40, Dylan Creech, the fullback. Creech makes the catch. Chains moving again for Alabama State inside the red zone. First down and 10 at the 16-yard line of the Panthers. 8:10 left in the second quarter. Snap goes to Davis. Handoff done. Space around the right side. Makes a man miss. Finds the 13, and he's pushed out of bounds by number 0, Trevion Green. Trevion Green with the stop. Pushed him out of bounds to stop the clock with 7:50 to go here in this second quarter of action. Alabama State, the Hornets, with the ball on the right hash for Davis. One man split to the high side, two receivers here to the near side, wide side of the field. The snap goes over the head of Davis, and Dunn tries to field it, and Prairie View A&M picks it up. Oh, what an inopportune time for a turnover there. Shaheed Reese, the linebacker, scooped the ball up off the turf. Panthers take over after a return to the the Prairie View A&M, 42-yard line. So the ball snapped over the head of Demetrius Davis. Davis thought Dunn was going to scoop it up. As Dunn went to grab it, the linebacker Reese plucked it off the turf. So it'll be a first down and 10 at the Prairie View 42-yard line. The Panthers move left to right and send 4 receivers out, 2 to either side. Pass to the receiver here to the near side. Double pass. Looking down the field. Hauled in at the 10. Brought down at the 3. And Prairie View A&M takes the top off of it. The wide receiver, Jaquan Bloomfield, the wide receiver, hauls it in. The double pass for Prairie View A&M after the turnover by Alabama State. The Panthers capitalize. First down and goal. Prairie View under 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. Panthers leading 7-6, and it's first down and goal from the 2. Conley in the shotgun. Handoff to the running back up the middle. Nowhere to go. That's Jaden Stewart. Gain of nothing on the play to bring up second down and goal. Great push by the interior front of that Alabama State defensive line. One receiver trots to the far side of the field for the Panthers. One man Stewart in the backfield. Connolly, quarterback keeper, read option. He walks in. 2-yard rushing touchdown. Connolly, it's 13-7 Panthers. So after the turnover, Ty Holden completes the pass to Bloomfield for 56 yards down to the 2-yard line. And Connolly walks in for his second rushing touchdown of the game. He has 4 carries for 21 yards and both of Prairie View A&M's touchdowns. 5:59 to go in the second quarter. Panthers leading 13-6. Prairie View having some time with some personnel. I think a long snapper into the game to hold the wide receiver, number 86, Ty Holden, as the penalty flag comes in late now before the kick, and I think it's a delay of game. It is. The play clock had expired. Delay of game penalty will march the Panthers back 5 yards and reset. Luis Reyes, the kicker, back out. Marked back 5 yards further back, so it'll be a 25-yard point after touchdown try. Holden, the man who hauled in the long pass, or made the long pass, the holder. Snap good, hold high, but he got it down, and Reyes' kick is on the way and good. With 5:59 to go in quarter number 2, the Panthers, Prairie View A&M leading the Alabama State Hornets 14-6. We'll step aside, back in 60 seconds on the Hornets Sports Network.
PV Panthers being taking advantage of opportunities. Man, I'm tongue-tied right now. Panthers on top by the score of 14-6 on the road in Montgomery, Alabama. Mike Prince here with you at the Open Mic Broadcast Network with our simulcast of Prairie View Panthers sports here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Enjoy the Panthers throughout the course of the football season here each and every week. Our next broadcast will be from the State Fair Classic in Dallas, Texas, where the Panthers will be taking on the Grambling State Tigers. Grambling losing today to the Bethune Wildcats by the score of 36-19. Panthers getting ready to try and execute even more as we get the wind down in the first quarter of play. Scheduled to join me at halftime will be play-by-play voice on the Open Mic Broadcast Network and Panthers Sports is Andre Davis. We'll recap everything that is going on. Panthers with a balanced attack right now, 13 runs and 12 passes, doing everything they can to make things happen. We're going to get back to more Panther Sports right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
Moving forward to the about 7-yard line on the snag. Joshua Knight, the wide receiver, on the catch and return. So here comes the Alabama State offense, trailing 14-6, marched the ball right down the field, did the Hornets on the last drive, but a high snap over the head of Davis resulted in a turnover that led to points as the Panthers took the top off with the 56-yard pass completion as they go on top 14-6. Handoff to Merritt. He tries to go around the right side. Now finds some space. Breaks it here to the near side. 35-40. Up into Prairie View A&M territory. Whirled out of bounds by Mulmore, but not before he finds the Prairie View A&M 42-yard line. First down and 10, Merritt. He had absolutely nowhere to go. Stonewalled in the backfield running right. He spun out of it to his left here to the near side of the field. It's the first down into Prairie View A&M territory. Hornets moving right to left on your radio dial. Two receivers right, one to the left for Davis. 5:14 to go in the first half. Panthers leading Alabama State 14-6. Snap to Davis is high, and we have a whistle and a stoppage of play as penalty flags fly in from multiple areas. Now a conference of officials. It's a false start penalty. That's a 5-yard false start penalization for Alabama State. Marches the ball back to the Panthers 47. For it to be first down and long. First down and 15 yards to go. Davis has Merritt in the backfield with him. Creech, the fullback, a yard up and to the left of the quarterback, Davis. Here's the handoff, Merritt, right up the gut and nowhere to go. First man there was Kevin Victorian, number 11. He was the man to initially slow down the ball carrier before a pack of Panthers in the middle were able to bring him down. So gain of maybe a yard. Call it second down and 14 yards to go. 4:21 left in the first half. Alabama State trying to put together what could be a game-tying drive here, but the 5-yard penalty, false start, marching them back, and then that rush right there. Davis, the pump fake, he's got room to run, throws it through the hands of a Prairie View A&M player, and it's incomplete. The man there for the Panthers, number 46, Kendon Jones, nearly came away with an interception. Davis barely managed to throw it through him. So now a third down and 14 for Alabama State. Clock stopped with 4.
Jazz. Jazz. And more jazz. WEAS FM, the best.
It will bring up a fourth down and long for the Hornets. It'll be a fourth down and 7 yards to go at the Prairie View 39-yard line. Head coach Eddie Robinson Jr. and company electing to send out the punting unit. Aubrey Grace on to punt it away as the clock ticks under 3.5 minutes to play in this opening half. Grace, the punter, getting everything set. He's going to boot it.
Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Janine Hurst. At least 700 people were reportedly arrested in demonstrations.
His target, which was the hash mark at the 3-yard line, trying to get it down inside the 5, but Grace a little too strong there. Ball will come out to the 25, where Prairie View A&M will start. Ball will come out to the 20. My apologies. Ball out to the 20-yard line. 3:03 to go in the second. Alabama State 6, Prairie View A&M 14. 3 minutes to go before the half, and the Hornets have got to bear down here. Panthers send trips to the near side. Conley, the quarterback, give up the middle, and the running back Antoine is stopped on the play. Number 49, Stephon Young, roll on the tackle for the Hornets. Pickup of 2, second down and 8. Conley shotgun again. 5 linemen in front of him. Fakes the give. Pass complete to the wide receiver here on the near side. Very near the first down is number 4, Xavier Johnson. And they spot him at exactly the 30-yard line, which is a first down and 10 for the Panthers. Conley the give this time to the running back Antoine. He is tripped up after a 4-yard gain. Who's in the middle there? Ogletree on the stop, and Adams, the linebacker, as well. Prairie View moving quickly. Twins right and left. Conley the give to Antoine there, and Alabama State snuffs that one out. He gained 2 on second down. It'll be 3rd down and 4. Ball spotted at the Prairie View A&M 35-yard line, just over the 35, maybe the 36. Conley fades back to pass, has space up the middle. Conley cuts and picks up a first down. The ball's on the turf. Alabama State says they have it, and it's Hornets football. Conley was hit from the side, and the Hornets recover. Number 27, James Burgess, the defensive back, on top of that football, and Alabama State able to force the turnover of their own. Conley had the first down easily, rushing the ball himself out of the backfield, but now with 1:42 left in this first half, Alabama State has chance late in the half to put points on the board.
Loved or unloved, running or wrecked, old or new.
Handoff. Crowley finds a pass down the field to the 30, 25, 20, 15. Tackle made, but what a grab across the middle on a gadget play by Keyshawn Johnson. Johnson makes the catch, rolls all the way inside the 15-yard line to the 12, where a Panther is shaken up. But with 1:30 to go in the second quarter, what a play from the Hornets offense. Little double pass action. Santo Dunn handed it to McMinn. McMinn flipped it to Miles Crowley into the game in the slot on the right side of the formation. Didn't even see him there. And then all of a sudden the pass complete for the first down. So another first down here in this first half for Alabama State. The Hornets have been able to move the ball just fine, picking up first downs pretty much at their leisure as the man who was injured, Mulmore, the defensive back, walking off the field under his own power, but visibly shaken up. Here's Alabama State ready to go on offense. 2 receivers right and left. Davis back in the game. Davis, play action pass. Up the middle. Pass complete to Dunn out of the backfield. And Dunn picks up a few yards before a penalty flag flies in. Or is that a towel? That's a penalty flag. And a hold on the Hornets as they shoot themselves in the foot right up the middle. Apparently still don't have our crowd mic working, so unable to hear the number that the referee calls there, but A holding penalty and a 10-yard penalty on Alabama State moves the ball back to the Prairie View A&M 22-yard line. First down and 20 yards to go. Alabama State can get a first down at the 2. There's 1:11 left in the second quarter, and the referee on the far side of the field comes flying in. I think the clock had stopped with 1:17 left. So was it rolling there? I'm not sure. Still a discussion between the officials back behind the line of scrimmage. And they're actually going to rule an incomplete pass. So the ball incomplete. They say in and out of the hands of Santo Dunn. The game clock gets reset to 1 minute, 14 seconds left in this second quarter. Panthers on top 14-6. Hornets stack 2 receivers to the right and left boundary. Snap goes to Davis. Pressure at his feet, and down he goes. The man in the middle, number 99, Dante Carter, the defensive tackle, brings down Davis for the sack, and Alabama State is marching the wrong way right now. The ball is back to the 29-yard line. Third down for Alabama State, less than a minute to go in the second quarter. They can pick up a first down at the 2. It's second down and 27. Now fumbled snap. Davis gets the ball out. It's incomplete, and then it's picked up by Prairie View A&M, and then the play gets blown dead. It's incomplete. It'll be third down and 27 to go with 30 seconds left in the second quarter. Corey Merritt able to run for 31 yards to the Prairie View 42 to get the drive started for Alabama State, but instead they've been marching the wrong way. 14-6 in favor of the visiting Panthers. 32 seconds left in the second quarter. Ball at the 29-yard line. Third and 27 now for Alabama State. They're down 8. Snap to Davis. Pressure in his face again. Davis will take off. Davis up over the 25, down to the 22, where he's tackled by number 46, Kendon Jones. That'll bring probably on the field goal unit. Clock ticking down. I'm sure the Hornets will use a timeout. Head coach Eddie Robinson Jr. down to the linesman here as the clock ticks 4-3, and that is where they will call timeout. So Alabama State will call a timeout with 3 seconds left in the second quarter. Ball at the 22-yard line. Probably be set down around the 29 or 30. It'll either be a 39 or 40-yard field goal for Eichner. Keep it right here before the field goal try will be the final play of the half. So they reset the game clock to 5 seconds left in the half, where Eddie Robinson Jr. used the timeout. Ball will be set down by the holder, Crowley, in the middle of the field at the 29-yard line. Eichner right in the middle of the field. And now Prairie View A&M would like to call a timeout. Timeout, Prairie View A&M. Ball will be set down right in the middle of the field as Alabama State back out on the field. Number 98, the long snapper, Jeremy Jarman. The holder, Miles Crowley, the backup quarterback. Eichner, the kicker. Snap good, set down at the 29. Kick on the way, and it is right. Oh, it's no good. Eichner unable to get the kick to go, and that's a pair of missed field goals here in this first half for the Alabama State Hornets, as that will be your first half of action. Prairie View A&M with 14 points on the scoreboard. Alabama State with 6. They set the halftime clock to 20 as the bands will perform down on the field. If we're able to, we'll take a 4 or 5 minute break here to let the bands get into some action. Give my voice just a second as we've been flying through this thing, just me and you on the radio. So we'll take a little bit more of an extended break here before we come back with your first half stats. Prairie View A&M 14, Alabama State 6 here from ASU Stadium in Montgomery, Alabama. Cody Clark back with you in a few minutes here on the Alabama Hornets, Alabama State University Hornets Sports Network.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the end of the first half of play. Panthers exploiting some weaknesses in the bend but don't break. Only giving up 6 points, a couple of missed field goals. That last field goal attempt from 46 yards missed. The first one of 45 yards was missed. Panthers missed one as well, so we are at the half. Panthers looking pretty good. 30 offensive plays. 17 of those have been on the run. That gives them about a 55% running average in the first half of play. Connolly with both touchdown scores for the Panthers. Panthers looking pretty good. So as we get adjusted here, we'll see if Andre Davis was able to join in with us. Andre Davis, are you there, my man?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm here, Mike. How are you doing?
Oh, man, I'm doing great. Give us your assessments of this first half of play thus far, sir.
Well, the Panthers are looking great right now. We talked about the defense of the Panthers coming into this ball game. Thoroughly impressed in the way to which these guys have been performing so far. I mean, you just mentioned it. Bending but not break. They've been doing that so well, and then special teams coming up big in this first half. Something they've been doing all season. The block extra point in the first quarter. Huge momentum swing in this ball game. So thoroughly impressed with the way special teams have been playing. And then I just can't talk enough about the way this defense has been playing so far in this game. Very impressed so far.
Yes, sir. And I'm going to be honest and admit I like the way Trayvon Connolly is looking right now, throwing the ball, spreading it out, and taking some chances downfield.
What a way to come back after being out, because of course this is a guy that was missed last week when they faced Incarnate Word at home. So what a way to come back a week later on the road in Alabama and make a statement, if you will. Their second conference game of the season. Of course, they played TSU to start the season off. Second conference game of the season against Alabama State on the road, and this young man is making a statement so far in this game. Very pleased with the way he's been playing so far.
No doubt about it, and it's also good to hear and see Jaden Stewart get a couple of touches in this first half of play. I think the Panthers right now have the formula to go and get things knocked out in this second half of play. Defense, as you mentioned, playing strong. Special teams, we can't say enough about them. Now, the Panthers, to be quite honest, have faded somewhat in that second half in their non-conference opponents. What do you think the adjustments and the assignments that are being issued out right now for this second half action play?
So as far as the assignments go, I think the Panthers specifically is going to have to keep the foot on the gas. That's been one of the things that we've seen so far, especially coming into the second half of play, and as you just mentioned, as far as kind of fading out on every aspect of the ball, offensively and defensively. Continue the aggressive attack, especially offensively for the Panthers. We kind of noticed in that first half they've been kind of spreading things out a little bit. So it looks like they've slowly start to go away from the stigma of only being a rushing offense, at least to start this 2022 campaign. We saw it in week 2 and week 3, and then we're definitely seeing it here in this game. I believe the Panthers, I don't have any stats in front of me, I believe the Panthers attempted more passes in that first half than they did running, which is very, very interesting to say the least. So continuing to be aggressive, I think, is going to be one of the keys for the Panthers. And if possible, defensively, to try to slow the momentum down, even though Alabama has only put up 6 points in this ball game so far, they've had several big plays in that first half, and of course, thanks to the defense, that they were able to kind of hold them and not give up any additional points. So buckling down just a little bit more to try to get to minimize those big plays through the air and on the ground. I think it's going to be one of the keys for the Panthers coming into the second half.
Well, unofficially, Andre, we have the Panthers at 30 total offensive plays. 17 of those have been rushing. 13 of those have been passing. So it's a very balanced attack, as we made mention to. About 55% of that has been on the run. Panthers looking strong in this first half. We're going to give you some scores from the Southwestern Athletic Conference as we speak right now. Last report, the Texas Southern Tigers were given the UTSA Roadrunners all that they could handle, but the degrees of separation began to show in the fourth quarter. Texas Southern trailing at the score of 52-24. That is just about final in San Antonio. You had Grambling State Tigers losing to Bethune-Cookman by the score of 36-19. Jackson State continued to show their dominance, winning over Mississippi Valley by the score of 49-7. You had Alcorn. We're trying to get some Alcorn updates. Sometimes, these technology wonders become blunders sometimes, so we'll get that to you as soon as possible. FAMU was trailing Alabama A&M by the score of 12-7 in the second quarter. Right now, the Panthers on top at halftime by the score of 14-6. We want to thank our sponsors and supporters for today's broadcast. We cannot get these things done without their support and your support. We thank you for listening. We would also like you to strongly consider becoming a listening partner or a Panther partner. What is a Panther partner? A Panther partner is an annual donation of $18.76 a year. That's all we ask to support Panthers broadcasting here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Our next crew live coverage will be next week, October 1st, to take on the Grambling State Tigers at the State Fair Classic. You can also become a listening partner. Now, listening partner is a 17-cent daily commitment, which comes out to $5 a month, $60 for the year. That's all we ask. And if you have a business that you'd like to have highlighted, group or organization, feel free to reach out to us at 832-213-8824. Listen to the halftime report right now here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And as we were in the middle of thanking and recognizing our sponsors, we're going to roll through that list right now. Temple of Refuge Ministries, located in Prairie View, Texas. The Panther Backers, supporting PV Athletics since 1986. The Prairie View Athletic Club, the Panther Backers since 1995. The Prairie View Athletic Club, supporting the Panthers since 1986. We want to thank Teague's Barbecue, located in Spring, Texas. Also, A Rocket Moving and Storage Company, located in Houston, Texas. Once again, if you'd like to support and sponsor our coverage here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, reach out to us to 832-213-8824. Mike Prince and Andre Davis here at the Halftime Report. Andre, what else you got for us right now, my man?
Well, one of the things that, another thing that stood out to me in that first half, Mike, is the total yards by the Panthers. 219 total yards of offense just in 2 quarters of play. 134 yards passing and 85 yards rushing on the ground. And you talked about Jaden Stewart, happy to see him back, and just the fact that they're able to kind of spread things around. I noticed that we really hadn't heard anything from the redshirt senior wide receiver, Jalon Howard, so far in that first half. One of the guys through the air that does a lot for the Panthers. Didn't really hear much from him so far in that first half, but Jaquan Bloomfield and Ty Holden were the receivers that's doing most of the damage in the first half for the Panthers. So very thoroughly impressed by this rushing attack by the Panthers. And another thing is penalties as well. We mentioned in the pregame show of last week against Incarnate Word, if you're able to keep it under 10, that would be considered to be something to behold. And so far, the Panthers have done that in that first half. So doing a very good job of that, and I just can't wait to see what they do here in the second half.
Yes, sir. Panthers getting ready. We're getting ready for some PV football here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. I want to remind you that we are here each and every day with the Mike Prince Show. You can listen by way of the website at obnradio.com. You can also check us out on the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We also have a Twitter handle. Look, I need you guys' help. Last I checked, I think I was at 698 followers on Twitter. Can I get over 700 by the end of the night? Andre, I don't even know if you follow me on Twitter. But I'm trying to get you to follow.
I was just thinking that.
Help a brother out, man. Help me get to 700. You and your wife, man, can help me get over that hump to 700, right?
Well, let me go ahead and do that right now before I forget.
Yeah, go ahead and do that right now. All you have to do is look for the Mike Prince Show. That's PRINCE on Twitter. Follow us today and follow and subscribe to us on our YouTube channel at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. That way you don't miss anything that we're producing here each and every day. Don't forget, at the end of this game, you can join us on the 1876 after party. We're going to reminisce on hopefully a Panther victory, and we're going to also be ready to break down what we saw and heard on tonight. We want to thank Alabama State for allowing us to simulcast tonight's broadcast for PV Nation as the Panthers are on a 14-6 lead at the half. Andre Davis, the voice of the Panthers, a graduate of Prairie View, and you're becoming an old man now, Andre. What's been 5 years?
Oh. Yeah, it doesn't feel like 5 years. I know I'm getting up there. I can feel it. As the old folks say, I feel it in my bones.
I feel it in my bones. Well, look, man, I want you to keep on feeling it. You're doing an awesome job for us here at the Open Mic. We're mighty proud, glad, and thankful to have you on the team. We are going to switch back over to the coverage for Alabama State. Right now, the Panthers on top by the score of 14-6. Don't forget, join us 15 minutes at the conclusion of today's broadcast here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network by way of the obnradio.com website. Click on the Mike Prince Show. Until the end of the game, you guys keep holding on. Andre, who you rooting for?
PVU. Let's go, Panthers. One more half. Let's go,
Panthers. Get her done. One more half. I am the radio guy on behalf of Andre Davis, our play-by-play voice, and our stat man, Mr. Jack White. I also want to thank strong supporter Ben Edwards for helping us through the broadcast of the 2022 Panthers football coverage. Now back to our coverage of Panthers football here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
3 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns to lead the way for Prairie View A&M. Demetrius Davis, 9 of 14 with a touchdown to Levante Chenault. For Alabama State, Chenault has 3 catches in the first half for 41 yards and the touchdown. Ja'Cory Merritt, 83 yards gained on 8 rushing attempts, averaging 10 yards per carry. Merritt with a big 30-plus yard rush to help that 10 yards per carry number. But Alabama State moving the football up and down the field, but turnovers hurting themselves. A couple of missed field goals as well for Alabama State, missing out on some opportunities to put some points on the board. At the half, 14 for Prairie View A&M, 6 for Alabama State. Prairie View A&M will get the football. Just over 5 minutes left in this halftime. So we'll step aside until the second half. We'll bring it back here in just about 5 minutes' time. Alabama State trailing by 8 at the half, looking to find some second half points to put on the board to match moving the ball up and down the field against these Panthers. Alabama State looks for some points in the second half when we return. We're ready to go for the second half. Alabama State will kick it off. Eichner just booted away at the 35-yard line. Ball is kicked away, driven deep, fielded inside the 5 for Prairie View A&M by Antoine. He moves up over the 15 inside the 20-yard line. That's where he stopped on the tackle for Alabama State. Roddy Jean-Louis on the stop. A couple of other Hornets in there on the stop, and that's where Prairie View A&M will take over. First down and 10 at the Panthers' 19-yard line. Nice job by the Hornets to pin the Panthers back deep. Panthers 14, Hornets 6 as we get this third quarter underway. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Snap to Conley. Calls for it, now he gets it. Hand off Antoine, going backwards and dragged down from behind. The first man there for Alabama State was Brandon Gaddy. He does it again. A big loss for the Panthers on first down, makes it second down and 20. Back to the 10-yard line for Prairie View A&M. Gaddy was the first man there to help make the stop. Gaddy initially got to the ball carrier and swung him backwards before a couple of other Hornets finished him off. There's a handoff up the middle, and going nowhere is the ball carrier, Antoine. Antoine smacked in the middle by Colton Adams. Stephon Young roll also there. Nelson Jordan, the defensive tackle, in on the stop. It'll be third down at the Prairie View A&M 13-yard line. Two receivers here to the near side, ball on the right hash. Conley with a running back to his left, takes the snap at the numbers. 4-step drop, flushed right under pressure. Still looking downfield and has to throw it out of bounds. So a great stop by the Hornets coming out of the locker room as the clock stops with 13-19 left in this third quarter. Alabama State makes the stop, marching backwards on first down after a huge loss. And that forces the punting team to come on. The punter, Caleb Darbone, for the Panthers, as a late man runs on the field for Alabama State to give them 11 players. Man back just on his side of the Middle of the field is McMinn, I believe. Barbone ready to punt it away. Snap there, and penalty flags fly in. It was a shallow punt. Lands on Prairie View A&M's side of the field. And now the referees will talk about it. There was a false start on the Panthers. It'll walk them back 5 yards to make it a 4th down and 22. And now the punter, Garbone, is punting from deep inside his own end zone. His blockers are just out of the end zone at the 1 yard line. Garbone standing about 6 yards deep. McMinn now on Prairie View side of the field. High wobbly punt. McMinn grabs it at exactly the 50. Makes a move to the 45. He's drugged down by a host of Panthers. First guy there was number 51, Desmond Callaway. And it'll be a 1st down and 10 for Alabama State on the Panthers side of the field at the 41-yard line. So Alabama State 1st down and 10 at the Prairie View A&M 41. 13:08 to go in the 3rd quarter. And in motion Johnson. Handoff around the right edge. Ja'Cory Merritt going backwards, back toward midfield. And he is brought down in the backfield for a big loss. So Alabama State marching backward after getting the short punt. Now they're back at the Panthers' 49-yard line. And so Alabama State moving backwards as well. They'll lose 8. It'll be 2nd down and 18 for the Alabama State offense. Ball on the right hash for the Hornets. 2 receivers, right and left. Davis barks orders and now steps up to the line of scrimmage. He's got to move quickly, though. 3 seconds on the play clock. Snap, they got it off. Davis fades. Plenty of space over the middle, fires, and complete. Number 81, Keyshawn Johnson, down to the 20-yard line. 1st down and 10 Hornets when they needed it badly. A great throw by Davis and a nice snag by Johnson. It started with great protection as well for the Hornets. 1st down and 10 at the Prairie View A&M 19-yard line. Alabama State, we've read this book before tonight. Let's capitalize here for the Hornets, who have just 6 points on the board right now. 14-6 in favor of the Panthers. Snap to Davis. Handoff to Santo Dunn right up the middle. Pushes the pile inside the 15 to the 14. A nice job by Santo Dunn. Picking up 5 yards on 1st down to make it a 2nd down and 5 situation from the Prairie View A&M 14-yard line. 11:23 to go, 3rd quarter. Merritt exits the field. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right for Davis. Dunn in the backfield, the speedy Dunn. The handoff to him. He's around the fullback crease, 15-10 at the 5, and he's pushed out of bounds, but not before. He's right at the 1st down marker. Yep, give it to him. Past the 1st down marker, rather. The 1st down line to make was the 9. Given the 6, it's 1st and 10 Hornets. Under 11 minutes to go here in this 3rd quarter, and Alabama State with a little bit of life. Knocking on the door of what would be the game's 2nd touchdown for the offense. Bunch right with 2 receivers, a tight end and a fullback in. Handoff Merritt. He's inside the 5 to the 4. That's where he's stacked up. Number 19, Bryce Turner, one of the men in on the stop for Prairie View A&M. The second down and goal from the 4. Davis and the offense has the play call. 15 on the play clock. They've got to get moving. One receiver left, one to the right. 2 tight ends as a man goes in motion. Snap to Davis. Fades back. Fires into the flat and incomplete. Intended for Levante Chenault. He is not going to be able to haul it in. And so it'll be a third down and goal situation for Alabama State. Ball still at the 4 after the incomplete pass. Third down and goal from the 4. 9:44 to go in this third quarter. 2 receivers right and left for Alabama State on third and goal from the 4. Snap to Davis, belt high. Steps up in the pocket. Ball batted around and it's intercepted, and there's a penalty flag. Ball intercepted in the end zone by number 0, Travion Green. There's a penalty flag in the Alabama State backfield. We'll have to sort this out. Ball was batted into the air and into the hands of Green for the interception. Not sure what we'll have here. I would guess the flag was in the area of holding. All of the officials at the goal line huddling up. Long discussion amongst the officiating crew. Here's the verdict. Maybe. So the pass is ruled incomplete. The ball must have popped up off the turf, and I was shielded from it. So they say incomplete pass. They say a holding penalty on Alabama State as well. So it will remain third down. The Prairie View A&M coach, Bubba McDowell, I think is asking some of the questions that I was right there. I don't know how that was incomplete, but we'll have a stoppage of play as the play is going to be under review. So they will review the play. We'll step aside. We'll take a 60-second timeout and be back in a moment. 14-6, Prairie View A&M. Big review here with 9:36 left to play in the third. Back in 60 seconds on the Hornets Sports Network.
All right, you listen to Prairie View Panther action, simulcast through the Alabama State Hornet Broadcast Network. Panthers on top 14-6 right now. Some discussion of what's going on as the Panthers will try to sort some things out. Well, not the Panthers, but the officials for the Panthers try to sort things out. You're listening to live football coverage here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We're bringing you coverage each and every week. All you have to do is dial 857-777-0000. You can join us daily on the Mike Prince Show. Join us by way of YouTube at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And you can follow us on Twitter at the Mike Prince Show. So be sure to spread the love and pass the word that Panther Sports is alive and kicking. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. Don't forget you can join us at the After Party 1876 show at the conclusion of tonight's contest. Now back to Panthers football coverage.
9:36 to go, quarter number 3. Prairie View A&M 14, Alabama State 6. They do indeed, I believe, uphold the ruling of incomplete pass. So the pass is incomplete. The holding penalty is marked off from its spot, and it's third down. Was that third down and goal from the 14? That's not one you see all the time. Alabama State empties the backfield. Trips to the left, 2 receivers right. 5 linemen blocking for Davis. Snap to him. He's got plenty of time. He fires over the middle. Pass is incomplete off the hands of Hickson. It's a one-on-one crime there. Number 1, the safety Stacy Brown, and number 1, Jeremiah Hickson, both had a hand in there, but ultimately it was Stacy Brown to knock it away, and that will bring on the field goal unit for the Hornets. Eichner needs one to go through the uprights. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Alabama State could be down a couple. It's a 31-yard field goal from the right hash. Snap good. Kick on the way. Eichner boots it, and it is good. A badly needed field goal for the Hornets as Eichner splits the uprights. 14-9. The Hornets inch a little closer with 9:25 to go in the third quarter. We'll take a 60-second timeout. Hornets finally on the board after a first quarter touchdown. It's 14-9 Panthers on the Hornets Sports Network.
And we're live here outside the Perez family home, just waiting for and there they go. Almost on time this morning. Mom is coming out the front door strong with a double-arm kid carry. Looks like Dad has the bags. Daughter is bringing up the rear. Oh, but the diaper bag wasn't closed. Diapers and toys are everywhere. Ooh, but Mom has just nailed the perfect car seat buckle for the toddler. And now the eldest daughter, who looks to be about 9 or 10, has secured herself in the booster seat. Dad zips the bag closed, and they're off. But looks like Mom doesn't realize her coffee cup is still on the roof of the car, and there it goes. Oh, that's a shame. That mug was a fan favorite.
Don't sweat the small stuff. Just nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are buckled correctly in the right seat for their age and size. Learn more at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
3, Alabama State finally on the board with a field goal. Kickoff on the way. Returnable for the Panthers. Up over the 20. Now running backwards and slinging him down. The Hornets, great pursuit to the ball as Chris Herron, number 16, returning the kickoff, got to the 20, then went backwards, and then was taken down. So the Panthers moving in a negative direction to start their drive. Could have had slightly better field position, but instead it's first down and 10 for the Panthers from the Prairie View A&M 17-yard line. 9:13 to go, quarter number 3, Alabama State getting the field goal. Here's Connolly and the Panthers offense. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Man in motion. Quarterback keeper. Down he goes. Great stop by number 94, Nelson Jordan II. That's a few times now we've called his name tonight, making a great play on the read there. Panthers lose a yard on the play. It's second down and 11 yards to go. Same exact formation. Ball on the right hash. 2 receivers right and left. 1 single man in the backfield with Conley. He fades back to pass. He fires near side. Hauled in by Holden. 25-30. Pushed out at the 33 by Burgess. First down and 10 Panthers. We've mentioned it at the top of the broadcast. Prairie View A&M coming into tonight's game with 102 yards per game passing. 102 yards a game passing for Prairie View A&M. They, here in the third quarter, are up at 180. And add to that there as the pass is complete into Alabama State territory. It's complete to number 16, Chris Herron, and down the field, the Panthers march. So first down and 10 Panthers, this time with the ball on the right hash. They go trips to the near side. And off to Antoine. He's met in the hole and brought down by Bellamy after a gain of 3. Second down and call it 7 yards to go from the Alabama State 31. 7:21 left in the third. Snap goes to Connolly. Handoff to the running back Stewart, and he wiggles forward for 3 or 4 more yards. Bring up a third down and 4 yards to go. Give him 3, third down and 4 for the Panthers. Clock rolling, under 7 minutes to go, third quarter. Handoff up the middle, down he goes. Stonewalled by the Alabama State defensive line. Great job by Ershad Davis. He was in there. Number 94 again, Nelson Jordan the second. Stephon Young roll. All in there, and Prairie View A&M is going to send on the punting unit, or the field goal unit. Yeah, they're going to try a long field goal. Ball's going to be set down at the 36. It's a 46-yard field goal from the right hash. "46-yard try for Luis Reyes. Kick on the way, a low line drive, and it splits the uprights. Reyes adds the 46-yard field goal as Prairie View A&M and the Hornets trade field goals here in the third. 5:58 to go, third quarter. Visiting Panthers of Prairie View A&M 17, your Alabama State Hornets 9. Back in 60 seconds on the Hornets Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Danica Patrick and proud aunt. Watching my nieces grow, play, and learn is amazing, but not every child gets to be carefree. 1 in 6 kids in the U.S. are hungry. 1 in 6. That little girl sitting alone at the playground, she can't play like the other kids. She doesn't have the energy because she's hungry. School lunch will be her only meal today. It breaks my heart that this is the reality in our country, but it's something that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste. This food is then provided to families and children in need. Being a kid should be about using your imagination, learning, and having fun. These children shouldn't have to miss out on simply being a kid because they're hungry. To find out how you can help end childhood hunger in your community, visit feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
McMinn muffs the kick in the end zone, but he's able to get back onto it. The kickoff return, I should say. He's able to get back onto it and kneel it down in the end zone. So the ball is going to come out to the 25-yard line. Alabama State will set it up on the far side left hash. Cody Clark with you here on the Hornet Sports Network. Pleasure to have you along for the evening. Graham Dunn and Kamari Darrington, your usual radio suspects, have slid down a couple of booths to do television. WSFA in the house helping televise tonight's game. So Graham and Kamari moving down to TV, and appreciate the opportunity to be back with you on the radio waves. Big run for Ja'Cory Merritt, number 2. He's over the 40 to the 42, and another chunk run by Merritt and the Hornets. A first down and moving in the right direction for Alabama State. Alabama State has racked up 166 yards rushing as a late man runs onto the field for Alabama State. It's think number 88, the tight end, Jalen Lay. 2 receivers left, ball on the right hash. Merritt, a 17-yard run. The snap is fumbled, handoff fumbled, but Merritt jumps back on it. And the Hornets will lose, I think, just 1 yard to the 41. They do. So a loss of just 1 yard. Ball at the 41, second down and 11. Under 5 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Prairie View A&M 17, Alabama State 9. The Hornets have also missed a couple of field goals. Snap to Davis this time. Looked like an offside. Nothing doing. Davis fires down the field. Pass complete. It's caught. Who is that there on the near side? It's Isaiah Scott, number 84, with the snag. A great job by Davis to stand in and take a hit. He completes it to Scott. Another first down for Alabama State. First down number 17 on the night. The Hornets have moved the ball tonight. That has not been the issue. An untimely turnover, some missed field goals. That's the reason. The Hornets are trailing the Panthers. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Handoff Merritt around left side. He's got space. Inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. Will set up a second down and short with 3:45 to go in the third quarter. Second down and short, 2 yards to go. One receiver split here to the near side. That's Scott, who just hauled it in a minute ago. Handoff Merritt. Merritt over the 35, down to the 30, and first down again. Ja'Cory Merritt running rampant here tonight. 7.8 yards a carry for Merritt. He's up over 100 yards on 13 carries. First down and 10 for the Hornets. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right, ball in the middle of the field. Davis hands it off to Merritt. Merritt finds space around the edge. 25, 20. He's drug out of bounds by number 1, Stacy Brown, but not before he gains another Alabama State first down. Yes, move the chain. First,
it's Jazz. Jazz.
First down and 10. Handoff Santo Dunn this time. Dunn squirts up the middle, 15-10. He's down inside the 10, and Alabama State knocking on the door of another score. Dunn zips forward. First down, goal to go, and now penalty flags fly in. So a false start and a 5-yard penalty will mark back against the...
Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Janine Herbst. Russia is conducting what it calls
a sign of things to come on this drive that's shaping up to be one that could try to tie up the game for the Hornets, and now a timeout by Alabama State. So 1:19 to go in the third. Alabama State knocking on the door. 17-9, Prairie View A&M. First down and 10 from the 13-yard line for the Hornets. We'll take a 60-second timeout. Back in a moment on the Alabama State Hornets Sports Network.
Yes, we're back and have exciting news for the WVAS family. Over the last few days, WVAS-FM underwent a much-needed main studio and automation makeover, and we're ready to go. Beginning October 1st, all your favorite programs are back. Plus, you'll be able to enjoy the return of Block Party Radio, the new Urban Jazz Lounge, and more. Thanks for your understanding, and thank you for choosing 90.7 FM WVAS.
Handoff around the right side. Dunn, he leaps in. He's into the end zone for a moment. There's a penalty flag on the field thrown by the white hat official. And it's an Alabama State holding penalty that negates the touchdown. Santo Dunn was into the end zone up the right side, near side sideline. But a 10-yard penalty will march it back for Alabama State. The Hornets headed in the wrong direction. 1:12 left in this third quarter. This is a first down and goal, ladies and gentlemen, from the 22-yard line. Two receivers left and right. Dunn, back to Davis. Trick play. Looking down the field. Hauled in by McMinn. McMinn dances at the 10. That's where he's taken down. But a great job by the Hornets to get half of it back on a little gadget play right there. So it'll be spotted at a...
Loved or unloved? Running or wrecked? Old or vintage?
Alabama State getting a chunk of it back right there. Now penalty flags fly, and again the Alabama State coaches that are in the booth next to us are not happy. It is a false start penalty on Alabama State. Mark it back. Alabama State has put up 310 yards of offense. They have 20 first downs. They've rushed for 200 yards. But 6 penalties for 45 yards have come at the most inopportune time. Alabama State with the clock rolling will run one more play here in the third. A free rusher up the middle. Pass incomplete off the hands of Levante Chenault. And there's 1 second left in this third quarter. That will bring up a third down and goal from the 16-yard line. This has been a interesting drive here for Alabama State. They march it right down the field and then back-to-back penalties, bringing a ball out of the end zone that would have potentially tied the game for the Hornets. 1 second left in the third. Snap goes to Davis. Third down and goal. Davis squeaks out of a tackle. Now he's moving back toward the 30-yard line, rolling right. Davis points to the end zone. Passes incomplete near sideline. Intended for, who is that running down here? I think it was Chenault and Edmonds. Edmonds was the man there. It's incomplete. And that sends us to the fourth. Hold up your fours. Alabama State needs a comeback here this evening. On to the fourth we go. Prairie View A&M 17, Alabama State 9, here on the Hornets Sports Network.
As you heard, ladies and gentlemen, Panthers take the third quarter lead into the fourth with a 17-9 lead. Panthers once again bending but not breaking. Of course, Alabama State is helping the cause, but we won't complain, right? Panthers with some balanced attacks on tonight, on the run and the pass. Want to see if they can hold on here in the fourth quarter. I want to thank our sponsors for today's broadcast coverage, the Panther backers with leader, Dino Robertson. You can contact him at 713-417-2090 to become a member of the Panther Backers, supporting Panthers athletics since 1995. The Prairie View Athletic Club, led by All-American Greg Alston, they've been serving the Panthers since 1985. You want to get in contact with them, dial 936-857-5817. Thank Teague's Barbecue, located in Spring, Texas. A1 Rocket Movers, located in Houston, Texas. I want to thank the Temple of Refuge Ministries. You can check them out each and every Sunday morning, 10 a.m., wherever you are in the country, by dialing 857-777-0000. And we'll get back to Panther action.
Unable to execute on special teams once again. 1 for 3 on field goal attempts for the Hornets special teams unit. That time, Crowley unable to get a handle on the snap. It's Prairie View A&M football, and Alabama State comes away without points once again on a field goal opportunity. .54 to go in the game, just underway in the fourth quarter. Cody Clark with you here on the Hornet Sports Network. Prairie View A&M, the visitors, on top 17-9. We saw Prairie View A&M try to take the top off earlier in the game after a turnover. Let's see what they do here. Hand off to the running back. Antoine picks up 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Gain of, call it 3 yards, 2nd down and 7. Panthers send 3 wide receivers split left, ball on the right hash with 1 wide receiver here to the near side. Takes the handoff, looking downfield, pass complete to Holden, pushed out of bounds, but not before the Panthers able to get inside the Alabama State 30-yard line to the 27. A big completion on 2nd down to pick up 27 yards. To pick up 11 yards, rather, on the completion from Conley to Holden. Under 14 minutes left in the game. 1st down and 10 at the Alabama State 27 for the Panthers. Handoff up the middle. Stewart is stopped for maybe a single-yard gain. Bellamy is in on the stop. Also number 99, Roderick Daniels, in on the stop to make the play in the middle and keep the ball carrier to a 1-yard gain. 13-19 and rolling left in the ball game. Alabama State has had its fair share of opportunities, but trailing this game 17-9. Wide receiver in motion, left to right. Davis, handoff. Antoine up the middle again. He finds a 3-yard gain before he's brought down by a swarm of Hornets in the middle, led by Bellamy and Stephon Young roll. Third down and 7 yards to go for the Panthers. 3 receivers split right, 2 to the left of the quarterback, Conley. Ball at the 24 for Conley. Left hash. Snap high, but he gets it down. Planned quarterback run. Conley leaps to the 20, and that's where he comes to rest on the turf. And now Prairie View A&M will send out the field goal unit. Clock running, 12:04 left in the game. Luis Reyes, the kicker, on to try another field goal. Ball will be set down at the 27-yard line. It's a 37-yard attempt. It's on the way, and it's blocked. It's blocked by the Hornets. Alabama State with the ball down on the turf, and now it's being returned. Who's there? Urshad Davis. 40, 35, 30, 20. He's pushed out of bounds. Are you kidding? A blocked field goal and a massive return by Urshad Davis. And the Hornets are in business. Oh, baby. 11:35 to go in the game. There's a shot in the arm that the Hornets badly needed. Was unable to see who blocked the kick. And then all of a sudden, number 0, Urshad Davis, scurrying out of the scrum with the football. He returns it all the way into Prairie View A&M territory, rumbling down to the 16-yard line. First down and 10 for Alabama State at the 16. 11:35 left in the game. Ball on the near side. Hash. Snap. Handoff done, and he's smacked in the backfield. For a loss, number 44, Warren Schenkel on the tackle. Schenkel gets him around the ankles for a 2-yard loss, 2nd and 12. Hornets go again from the near side hash. 2 receivers right for Davis. Alabama State has got to take care of this football. Huge moment in this game after the blocked field goal and return. Bad snap, grabbed by Davis. Davis with a man. Open at the end zone, and it's incomplete. Oh, no, it's intercepted. It's intercepted by number 3, Logan Jackson. Jackson with the interception at the 1-yard line. Davis had a man open, was a little late pulling the trigger. And Prairie View A&M takes over at the Panthers' 1-yard line. .45 to go in the game, an untimely turnover for the Hornets. For Prairie View A&M, backed up on its own 1-yard line. 2 receivers split out to the left. Conley to throw from his own end zone, and that's intercepted. Intercepted at the 20-yard line, to the 10, to the 5. The Hornets right back in business. This fourth quarter is bananas. A penalty flag flies in as the interception made by Cale Jackson Jr. And a penalty flag flies in for either an excessive celebration or a player removing his helmet. With Jackson, the interception, he returns it all the way to the 3-yard line. We'll see what the penalty enforcement is with 10:34 to go in the contest. It will actually just be a sideline warning against the Hornets. So the ball stays where it is, the 3-yard line after the interception by Jackson. 10:34 to go in the game. Alabama State right back in the red zone after the interception. Davis, shotgun in the backfield. Howell to the 2. Howell sticks the ball across the plane. Is he in? He is. Give him 6. Hornets on the board with a touchdown with 10:26 to go in this fourth quarter, and Alabama State jumping right back in it. After blocking a field goal, returning it, and setting up excellent field position in Prairie View A&M territory, a turnover gives the ball back to the Panthers, who throw it right back into the nest of the Hornets. There's a touchdown run by number 8, Jawan Howell, a 3-yard touchdown scamper for him. Hornets down 17-15, and they'll go for 2. They get the snap away on a bungled 2-point conversion attempt. A penalty flag comes in as the Hornets unsuccessful. A delay of game is going to be called against the Hornets, and we have a little scuffle as well. Penalty flags flying on the far side of the field for a delay of game. Both teams getting chippy. 10:26 to go in the fourth quarter. Alabama State now just down 2. 17-15 Prairie View A&M. Back in 60 seconds on the Hornets Sports Network.
Well, the Panthers seem to have gotten themselves hemmed in a corner on the road. Still with a lead, 17-15, as you're listening to the simulcast broadcast of Panther Sports here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Panthers seem to get things back in their swing and groove with the interception by Logan Jackson. And the Panthers turn around in their own territory and give it right back. Hornets capitalize on a 3-yard touchdown run. So this is where we are. Panthers on top, 17-15. Don't forget, you can join us at the 1876 after party, 15 minutes at the conclusion of this game at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. You're listening to Panthers football coverage here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And now back to Panthers football.
Fire.org. Brought to you by Grady and the Ad Council.
Karsten Threat with a great tackle as Prairie View A&M returns the ball to the 32-yard line. The Panthers have a 2-point 17-15 lead with 10:19 remaining in the game. Conley fresh off the interception. Back in the backfield. There's a pass here out in the flat above the 35, and it's Holden on the reception, brought down by Urshad Davis. So Holden makes the catch. He moves forward 4 yards, make it 2nd down and 6. Panthers lead by 2 here late in the fourth quarter, 9:40 and rolling on a ticking game timer. 2 receivers left, ball on the right hash for Conley. 2 men in the backfield, man now motion. Out, catch 29, and he's pushed out of bounds. That should be a first down, and it is. Bernard Goodwater III makes the catch. And now the Panthers pick up a first down on the play. Hornets with the Howell touchdown run. Down 2 points with under 9 minutes to play. Conley, quarterback keeper. Ball goes to Holden. Holden into Alabama State territory. Holden gets to the Alabama State 47, thereabouts. Yep, it's the 47-yard line. It's 2nd down and 2. Second and 2 now for the Panthers. Conley triggers 3 receivers to the wide left side of the field. Panthers moving left to right on your radio dial. Snap high to Conley. Give to the running back Stewart, and Stewart plunges forward of the 45-yard line down to the 43. First down, Prairie View A&M with 8:11 left in the game. Hand off to Antoine this time for the Panthers. He gets to about the 40-yard line, given 3. .7:20 and rolling on the clock. Prairie View A&M leads 17-15. Alabama State has missed a couple of field goals today. Have had a couple of tough turnovers, but the late touchdown run there by Howell after the interception by Jackson Jr. have this one a close game. Conley pulls it, and he's tackled behind the line of scrimmage, taken down. First man there for Alabama State, number 44, Kanye Varner. Now third down and long. Alabama State telling the defense and the fans to get behind them. Third down and 7. 38-yard line is 33-yard line rather is the line to make. Panthers at the Alabama State 41. Twins left, Twins right. Conley with Stewart, the running back, to his left in the shotgun. Snap back. Conley being chased from behind. Looking down the field. Tosses out of play. Incomplete. Fourth down. And here comes the punting unit for Prairie View A&M with 6:09 to go in the game. Alabama State gets the stop they need on third down. It's fourth down and long. Here comes the punting team. The punter, Caleb Barbone, back for the Panthers. Barbone back to punt it. '87 McMinn back for the Hornets. Snap on the way. Punt is high and very shallow. Very shallow punt. It bounces, and McMinn, oh my goodness, fields it at the 17, and that's where he goes down. We'll change possession. 6 minutes left in the game. Alabama State with the football, down a pair. Back in 60 seconds on the Hornets Sports Network.
Listen to Making Contact on Mondays at 6 and 6:30. Making Contact is a 30-minute weekly investigative journalism program that analyzes critical social and environmental issues. Join Selima, Harimi, Anada Johnson, and various freelance artists with back-to-back episodes of Making Contact. That's Making Contact, Monday evenings at 6 o'clock and 6:30 on WVAS 90.7.
Gain of 4 yards on the carry before a Prairie View A&M defender hits the turf. 17-15, the visiting Panthers on top with 5:37 left to play in the fourth and final stanza of action. The athletic trainers attending to the Prairie View A&M players. Number 11, Kevin Victorian. Our personal favorite, the trainer's jogging all the way out to the field, and then a quick stretch. He's up and he jogs to the sideline. Second down and 6 for Alabama State. 5:44 left in the game. Hornets down a pair, 17-15. A Howell rushing touchdown after the interception and return by Jackson, setting Alabama State up to try to come from behind. Davis hands it to Merritt. Up the middle, 25, breaks free, 30. Merritt still on his feet, 40, rumbling forward for another first down. First down number 21 on the night for Alabama State. That should take the Hornets up over 200 yards rushing as well. A 20-yard rush as the Hornets have 200 yards rushing in the game. Hand off up the middle and going nowhere this time. The Panthers' interior part of the line doing a nice job stopping the ball carrier, Santo Dunn. So they give him a yard. It'll be second down and 9 from the Alabama State 31. Two receivers right for Davis, one to the left. Handoff done. No play action fake. It's an incomplete pass, and it's picked up for now by Prairie View A&M and number 52, Shaheed Reese. And the ruling on the field is a fumble by Davis. Reese picks it up, and Prairie View A&M has the football back. 4:20 remains in the contest. The ball appears to slip out of the hand of Davis. They rule it a fumble, and Prairie View A&M, the Panthers, get the ball back with 4:20 remaining in the fourth quarter. 17-15, the Hornets trail by 2 with less than 5 minutes remaining in the game. One receiver split to the left. Conley, play action fake. He'll keep it himself. He'll fly forward for a gain of, call it 2 yards, to the Alabama State 21-yard line. Stephon Young roll with the tackle. Same formation, a heavy goal line formation for the Panthers, who are content to run the ball there. Barely get to the 20. The Hornets stand him up. Ogletree is there. Number 99, Roderick Daniels, in on the stop as well. Hornets down 17-15. Clock rolling, 3:15 to play in the game. Third down for Prairie View A&M, 8 yards to go. Play clock is at 10, 9, 8. The Panthers going to have to go quickly. 4, 3, 2, 1. And now a timeout by Prairie View A&M as they cannot get the play off in time. 2:56 left in the game, 17-15. Hornets trail Prairie View A&M by 2. Under 3 minutes left. We'll break for 60 seconds on the Hornets Sports Network.
Listen to Making Contact on Mondays at 6 and 6:30. Making Contact is a 30-minute weekly investigative journalism program that analyzes critical social and environmental issues. Join Salima Harini, Anata Johnson, and various freelance artists for back-to-back episodes of Making Contact. That's Making Contact, Monday evenings at 6 o'clock and 6:30 on WVAS 90.7.
left in the fourth. Prairie View A&M 17, Alabama State 15. Third down and 8, 3 receivers left. Conley empties the backfield with 2 men here to the near side boundary. Ball's on the right hash. Conley steps in and now settles into the shotgun position. Free rusher up the middle, pass complete, and it's a touchdown. Prairie View A&M touchdown, Chris Herron. Colton Adams on the blitz. The middle linebacker comes right up the gut. Conley stays in the pocket in the face of pressure, delivers a strike into the end zone for a touchdown. Panthers 23-15, an 8-point game. Reyes on to try the point after touchdown. Kick is up, and it is good. And with 2:50 left in the game, Prairie View A&M, just like that, expands the lead to 24-15. We'll take another 60-second timeout. Back in a moment. Alabama State needs a late comeback on the Hornets Sports Network.
The submissions are in. The judges have voted. And the winners of the inaugural Jazz Music Awards will be revealed on Saturday, October 22nd at the Cobb Energy Performing Arts Center in Atlanta. It's the Jazz Show of the Year, the Jazz Music Awards, featuring the year's best jazz nominees: Christian McBride, Ryan Culberson, Ben Tankard, Norman Brown, Kenny Garrett, and more. Performances from Diane Reeves, Dee Dee Bridgewater, Lindsey Webster. Special tributes to honorees Wayne Shorter and McCoy Tyner, all under the musical direction of Terry Lynn Carrington, celebrating the spirit of jazz. Jazz's biggest night comes to Atlanta, the Jazz Music Awards, Saturday, October 22nd at the Cobb Energy Center. Need more information or tickets? Log on to jazzmusicawards.com.
Return up over the 30 for number 6, Joshua Knight. And then a penalty flag comes in. Penalty flag comes in after the play. 2:44 left in the game. Prairie View A&M with the touchdown pass by Conley. The holding penalty is called against the Hornets, so back it up. Trayvon Conley, the pass complete to Herron for the touchdown. Alabama State now with work cut out. 2:44 left in the fourth, down 9, 24-15. 3 receivers go right, 1 to the left for Davis. Snap to Davis, pressure in his face, steps up, evades it, now rolls right, has room to run, he takes it up over the 35, he's right at the first down marker, should be enough for an Alabama State first down. 22nd first down in the contest for the Hornets. Now trips to the left for Davis. Ball on the right hash, 2:23. And rolling left in the game, Alabama State. Got to go quickly. Snap high, but Davis handles it. Pocket collapsing. Finds the man out of the backfield, Howell. Howell races toward another first down, but he's pushed out at the 40. Gain of 5. It'll be second down and 5. Clock stops with 2:09 left in the contest. Second down and 5 for the Hornets. Clock back rolling now, 1:50 to go in the contest. Snap goes to Davis. Davis up the middle in the face of pressure again, and this time he goes down. Number 37, Miles McCaney, the 4th, with the stop. Clock goes to 1:30 left in the game, and Alabama State running out of time. Third down and 3 yards to go Clock at 1:19, trips to the left. Single man to the short side of the field. Davis snaps the ball, wasting precious seconds. Davis dancing back. Now here comes Prairie View A&M defenders. Penalty flag thrown. Davis lost the football. Offensive tackle's got to jump on it. That's number 75, Ray Curry Jr. A fumble moves the ball back inside the 30. There's just a minute even left in the game. We'll check the penalty. To hold on the Hornets. (24-15) Prairie View A&M, clock back rolling under a minute to go. Crowley into the game for Alabama State. It's 4th down and a long way to go. 4th and 22. Davis jogged off the field. Crowley in with under 40 seconds to go. Pass is completed and then broken up. Scott had it. It was number 9, number 9, Keyshawn Johnson, the linebacker, coming in to break up the pass. It's a turnover on downs with 37 seconds left in the game. Prairie View A&M's offense will come out, as does the Alabama State defense. Hornets had the opportunities tonight. With 37 seconds left in the game, Panthers will go to victory formation. Alabama State jogs with another player out onto the field. Conley takes the snap. He kneels it down one time. And that may do it. (16 seconds left on the game clock. Play clock was not rolling. Now down to less than 10, and Prairie View A&M is going to come here to Montgomery and take this one. Buzzer hits all zeros. That's it. Final score, Prairie View A&M 24, Alabama State 15. Turnovers in the contest and a couple of early missed field goals, costing Alabama State an opportunity at knocking off Prairie View A&M here tonight at ASU Stadium. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll deliver the final stats and wrap things up. Final score, 24 for Prairie View A&M, 15 for Alabama State. Back in 2 minutes to wrap it all up on the Hornets Sports Network.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Panthers go on the road and get the win over Alabama State. Ugly, but I'll take it. 24-15, Panthers bend but don't break. ASU getting a lot of yardage but not cashing in, and the Panthers are able to steal the road win as they now get ready for their next opponent on the grounds of the Texas State Fair. And so we'll be ready to wrap all this up. We're going to get ready for the 1876 after party on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. I'll be joined by the voice of the Panthers, Andre Davis. Will break down the do's and the don'ts, the goods and the won'ts, and give an overall summary of what was displayed on tonight. The Panthers taking care of business, and we are mighty, mighty glad. Who are you rooting for? PVU. We want to thank our sponsors, the Panther backers, the Prairie View Athletic Club, Teague's Barbecue, A Rocket Moving and Storage, Temple of Refuge Ministries. Also want to encourage you guys to strongly consider supporting the National Minority of Oregon tissue program. It is a program about giving organs and helping extend life when our time has come to an end. Strongly consider donating and check it out. It's called MOTEP, and you'll be extending life to someone in need. The Panthers extend their life on the road in the Hornets' nest, still in the victory, 24-19. We'll be joining you live on the Open Mic Broadcast Network, OBNradio.com. I am Dr. Mike Prince. Thank you guys so much for joining in. Thanking Jack White for our stats. Thanking Andre Davis for our halftime report. We'll conclude with the postgame report at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Till the next time, you guys be blessed. We'll see you on the other side.